Hi everybody, this is Jenny from Cosmic Hearts Healing. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the full moon release and what I do. So a really simple way that my daughter, she's 7, described to me about the full moon is we have the sun over here and we have the moon over here. During the full moon, they're directly across from each other. The sun is shining its light onto the full moon, energizing it, making it the strongest, like charging it to make the elements and the energy that's carried inside that full moon to shine brightly back onto us. And it's not only shining brightly, but the energy that it's carried within itself is coming down at us the strongest. Okay, and then when you take that, a lot of the world is surrounded by water. And if you ever study the effects that energy has on water, it's enormous. So when you take the sun energy, the moon energy, both of them shining at each other with the water energy, it just makes the collective energy even more intense or more strongly felt. Okay? That was the way that she described it, with a little bit of me in there too. But so the sun represents the yang energy, the action. So during the new moon is when we plant seeds. That's when we want to start taking action. That's the time that we should be asking ourselves, what do I want to create? Okay. So it's a good thing to make a list, to do a board, or, to think about things that you want to create. And then during the 29 days until you get to the full moon, you get to observe yourself. Like, how have I been doing this whole time? What have I manifested? What do I need to do to manifest better with the law of attracting? What am I bringing into my life that is good? What am I bringing into my life that isn't so good for my energy? Okay. So then the moon energy is the yin energy. So it is the subconscious, the intuitive energy, the deep energy. Then also with all that energy, the moon is sitting closest to Scorpion energy right now. Okay. So depending on where what astrology sign that full moon is sitting in front of, we're also going to feel that energy even stronger. So the Scorpio energy is very emotional based. They're very deep. They lead themselves on how they feel. Okay. So during this full moon, you might be feeling a lot of those intense feelings within yourself, because the Scorpio energy is also the subconscious, like the deep. So now we got not only the moon that is subconscious, you got Scorpio energy that is subconscious, and you got the full moon that are both to help us clear, release, let go. Okay. So during this time, I would suggest what I do is I take out a piece of paper and a pen, and I start to list down every attribute that I've noticed from the last full moon, or even more back. Like some of the things that I'm trying to let go of, being insecure in myself, that goes back to when I was like 3 years old. So it's like, write down every single item, every single emotion, every single negative thought. If you have a relationship and you see an unhealthy pattern, ask yourself what part of that unhealthy pattern that you play in it. Write that down. With work, if you see like some of your work stuff isn't manifesting, ask yourself why, and then write that down. If it's because you aren't taking the time for yourself, or if you're not, just whatever negative action is preventing you from manifesting is what you should be looking at now. So write them all down. Okay. But before I get to the next part, I just want to say also as a note, it's a good time to have gratitude. Okay. So as you're making your list of stuff that you are letting go of, now is also a good time to think of what have I manifested since that new moon, okay? Because on top of everything that didn't manifest, there's also beautiful things that have come to light, okay? So always give gratitude for what is given to you. So then what I do, Stella, can you please stop? Then what I do is, don't mind my small bowl. I ordered it on Amazon. I didn't realize how small it was. But I take this little pot. It's cast iron, okay? And then I take some Epsom salt. I literally got it at, I think it was like $2. This is Epsom salt that I only use for full moon releases. So I take some Epsom salt. I'm going to pour it in my bowl. Just a little bit. You don't really need a lot. Just like enough. Take some rubbing alcohol. I'm not going to do this right now, but I pour some in here. Then I normally do it outside. If I do it inside, I use a stone. So I take like a big stoneware. I do it somewhere safe. I won't do it on my bed. I put it down. I light it. I set the intention for whoever. If it's universe, if it's God, if it's Jesus, if it's the angels, whoever you think, or even if it's just your higher self, to help you release everything that you would write down on this paper. Okay? Since I have a real small pot, I usually fold it, tear it, and then I put it in my pot. If you don't want to burn your list, it's fine. I do enjoy burning it because then you're using the element of fire, which is also a very cleansing energy. So, but if you don't, that's fine. If you want to save it to see how you've done from moon to moon, if you want to tear it up in order to get, rid of it, whatever you feel works best for you is fine. Then what I do, after I light it, before I burn my paper, I get my phone ready to take pictures of my fire. Sometimes in the past I've gotten some really, oh, that looks really weird, you can't really see it. But sometimes I've gotten some really amazing pictures of my flame. And since I've done this a lot, almost during every one that I do, I'll get an axe, I'll get what I think looks like a scroll, and an owl. Those are like 3 consecutive fires that I always get. But to snap the photos, I use that one where I like hold down the button, so it snaps like 100 photos at once. And then once I put my list in, I just went and I snapped them, and then I went back through just to see, and it's really amazing. One time I was asking to let certain things go, like blocks to love, and you see like almost like a heart in the thing. So it was really neat for me to see that some of the shapes manifesting in my fire went with what I was asking for them to help me clear. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, if you just want to leave a comment below. Everyone have a good night. Bye.